Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike at Northwest School of Fly Fishing, the old fish hobo. It's still winter, and today's topic is streamer fishing. And I've been out here on this river streamer fishing. I have not dry fly fished or nymph fished, just streamer fished. And a lot of people, have an opinion one way or the other of streamer fishing. Some like it, some were flat out hate it. But really, the whole thing about streamer fishing is really understanding how and when we do it. So the big question I get is, when do we streamer fish? Well, you streamer fish when you want to. There's no given sign, there's no signal that you should be streamer fishing. For a guy like me, I streamer fish because I want to. And another way of looking at it is when you can't catch them on dry flies and you can't catch them on nymphing, then well, try streamer fishing. In my case today, streamer fishing did pretty good for me. And it's winter and I can throw streamers. But we look at streamers and we have to figure out what exactly it is. It's not a feeding strike like a dry fly or a feeding strike like a nymph. It's what we call a compulsive aggressive strike, and you can equate it to lure fishing. So how I handle a streamer, to give you kind of an example of how I fish a spinning lure like a Memphis or Panther Martin, where I got a chrome blade spinning, and how I fish a streamer is pretty much the same way, because the strike is a pulsive aggressive strike, and it's a pulsive aggressive strike on my fly. So to compare apples and oranges, really apples and apples, lure fishing and streamer fishing, which is probably one of the reasons why some folks don't like doing it. But I like it, and if you like it, keep this in mind. Another way of looking at it is, my wife's a retired CPA, and she's very detailed accountant, and she's also a gourmet cook. And when she goes to make out our weekly menu, she writes every ingredient she needs. She checks that ingredient from home, and what she needs, she goes to the market or store and buy. There's a list of items, and where we shop, she knows where every aisle, she knows where everything's at. When she's all done, she's bought everything on that list and nothing else. However, grocery stores are set up in rows, and on every row is an end cap. And on that end cap is an impulsive buy. People shop down those aisles, they walk around the end cap, and there's everything for sale. 5 pounds of coffee for $10, you gotta have that. And that's the kind of the instinctual take of a streamer. It's a very compulsive, aggressive strike, and it happens right now. And if I swim that streamer by a trout and it doesn't eat that fly right there, well, I can swim that by 100 times and that trout will not do it. So streamer fishing is a very fast way to catch trout. You're constantly moving, just like you were if you were streamer fishing. The complexity of the streamer itself, I can boil it down to basically 3 types. In terms of color, would be olive, brown, and black. And from my own personal perspective, black always seems to work well for me. And from that point, size. If I'm fishing small bodies of water, I want a smaller fly. If I'm fishing a body of water with small trout, I want a smaller streamer. Bigger water like this, I want a medium-sized streamer, like a 2X or 3X shank. And for really large bodies of water and large trout, I want an even larger shank. And for this body of water today, I'm catching trout on my streamers. I'm using a size 2 gap. That's a big gap, but only a 3X shank. So the total length of the streamer would be about 2 inches. So when is a good time to fish streamers? Anytime's a good time. anytime, any season's a good time to streamer fish. I find that I can, when you look at, I have a rod carrier that holds 3 tubes on my truck, a rod locker, and when you open that rod locker up there, you see a dry fly rod, a nymph rod, and a streamer rod. I had to walk about a quarter mile to where I was fishing today, and I carried 3 rods, 2 in the case and 1 in the hand. I want to be able to use whatever I want to when I want to do it. I don't want to say to myself, geez, I wish I could throw a streamer here and have nothing but a dry fly rod. Now I'm tossing this big heavy thing with a 4-weight rod. No, I want to have my streamer rod handy by. So keep in mind that streamer fishing is fast, it's quick. You can do it anytime you want. You can do it in the winter, the summer, whatever. Choose a river, find a good section, take your streamer out and throw it out there. And if you walk around the bend and you see some guy streamer fishing, look out, because it might be me. If I'm lucky, it'll be me, and I'll see you on the river.